Hey, my people, which are called by his name. How you doing? How's everyone? This is your host, Professor R. You know the show. You know what it's been about. Man's Guide to Success. Brought to you by a Man's Guide to Success. All right, let's get it going. Okay, I want to point something out. This is something that I've always wanted to share. A man and a woman who are just friends, who claim to be just friends, but you have to be just friends. Now let me state this from a man's side. When a man see that you are doing things and he sees it in a way where it looks like more than a friendship. It should just be a friendship. But if you, on the woman's side, see that it's not just about being friends, but it's what you're offering, then this is what it is, what you're offering. But both sides have to agree as it's just friendship. See, men get the idea that when you buy stuff, there's intentions behind being in a relationship. Relationships are based on an agreement between a man and a woman. See, what I'm going to tell you, brothers and sisters, is that Professor R said, when you are being friends, it can be more than what a friend is supposed to say. Now, I want to share because I want to lay down this knowledge about relationship and friendship. The difference is being a friend, is about being a friend. But a relationship is based on two parties coming to an agreement. Now, if you're not in agreement, that doesn't mean you go and get things that doesn't pertain to what is being required. See, what I mean is, brothers and sisters, is that a man and a woman are supposed to come into a verbal agreement that is just about being friends. If it's about a relationship, then you got to state it as a relationship. Relationship status is based off of friendship, but friendship can turn into a relationship. But there is a confusion. Men and women have two different versions of what a friendship and what a relationship is. Relationship is like you have a title with a contract. It's like a contract. A marriage is a contract. A relationship is a contract, but it's an agreement between two parties, two people that became one. In order for you to get that, you got to remember, in order for you to get that, brothers and sisters, you got to state it clearly that that's what it is. If it's a friendship, it's a friendship. If it's a relationship, you got to say that's a relationship. But the problem between men and women, they speak there's two different languages. What language are you speaking? Friendship or relationship? Another thing that I see men and women do wrong. When they go hang out, they don't say, who's coming with me to dinner? Because you got to say, who's coming to dinner? Oh, this is who A, B, and C is coming to dinner. Now, if you don't state that, trust me, that's what it's going to be. A, B, and C, and D coming to dinner. Who's coming there? Friends, family. You got to say, who is the dinner for? Women. Don't take it if a man is offering that it means it's an invitation to get more stuff. No. You got to remember, a relationship is based on open communication. Women, I know you want a man to have open communication, but men don't speak the same language you do. Well, man, we are visual. When you see you grabbing stuff and holding on to stuff, remember, that's what we see. So you got to state that's not what it is. You as a woman got to let the man know what it is you're trying to do. If it's a friendship, then don't take more than what you should. If it's a relationship, then let him know. Then he might be okay, but it has to be an open communication. Now, the mistake that men and women make as far as being friends, Is it friends with benefits? I hear this all the time. But a lot of women don't share it. They think it's friends just being friends. If it's friends, then you cannot go beyond what is required. Whatever is paid for is whatever paid for. It can't be more than what it is. See, women get the idea that a man is saying he's paying, but what is he paying for? You got to get that cleared up. This is why I always ask questions, because before, as a man, I never knew why women they go based off of what they hear. Women go based off what they hear. Men go based off what they see. It's a difference. The difference is women and women don't speak the same language. This is why love language is important. Are you in love? Is it just mutual? What are you calling what you're doing? You gotta see what it is what you're doing, because as men and women we get mixed signals or miscommunication on what it is you're doing. A lot of women think a man understands them. No, ladies, if a man is not understanding you, it's because you're not telling him what it is that he needs to understand. There's got to be simple, open communication from your side to understand, so a man can understand how to do the task at hand. What I mean is, if you're giving a man instructions, it's got to be the right instructions. Make sense? Man, make sure you get clear instructions, a clear indication as to what she's trying to tell you. Because sometimes as men, we may think that that's what it is. But verbally, you said something that was brought to a woman's attention. See? Don't bring that unless that's what you mean. Because that's what a lot of women are going to do. Because they're going to hear that and be like, oh, that's what you said. See the mistake you made? Women hear things. The reason why they hear it is because that's what you're giving them. And that's what you're giving them, and that's what they're hearing, and that's what they're receiving. See, I realize that as men, we gotta make sure we're clear as to what it is. Women know, they size up what a man is doing. So don't take it as, well, we already talk about that. No, make sure is that what it is, so she can get as what it is. Ladies, same for you. Make sure that's what it is, so he can get that's what it is. You can't let a man see you do something and that's not what it is. Make sure you clearly let him know this is what I'm offering, but this is what it is. What I'm trying to tell you, ladies, that if you want to understand what a man is about, you gotta let him know what your intentions are. Because even for married men, there is a boundary between you and that other woman, because a wife sees that you are with a woman who is not your wife. Be careful with that. Don't have too many of them in your close personal proximity, because women see that you are with this many, and then why are you there at this time? Remember, keep track of time. Men, keep track of time. Women, keep track of time. Men, keep track of the time you have spending with someone that's not your wife. Be careful, because you got to manage it correctly. That's what I have to do at times. Manage the time correctly. Man, remember, to be the man, you got to beat the man. The man is you. You are the man beating the other one out of the picture. But how you do it is by your actions, by your thoughts, and by the consequences of your actions. There's repercussions to your actions, because you thinking that that's what she think, but you gotta talk to her and tell her what it is, so she won't state the obvious. Oh, this is what you shared. Man, you gotta be careful when picking a certain mate. Which mate are you trying to attract? That's what you gotta remember. When you are talking to a certain woman, you gotta see what you're attracting. Because when you attract that and you catch her, here she comes, she's giving to you, then you don't want that, because you didn't state what it is you were doing with this woman. And a lot of the times, men, you make a mistake of thinking that they understand what we do. No. Make sure it's clear as to what it is you're doing. Because women speak a different language than we do. But men, you get this concept that they understand what it is. No, you gotta explain what it is. That's how women are gonna take it. Because now you feel like you're being used by what she's saying. You feel like she's taking advantage, but you didn't explain what it was. That's why she's continuing to do exactly what she wants to do. And you as men thinking that, oh, she got the idea that it's just dinner. No. And drink. No. You got to explain it on your end. So she won't take it as, oh, you're looking at it the wrong way. Because women will do that. They will take a man, what he has, and keep spending, but you not realizing that that's what she's doing. She's spending. She's not into you because she's spending because that's what you told her. But you got to make it clear. That's not what this type of party is. It's just you, me taking you out, and spending on this, that, and that's it. You got to say what you're spending so it can come to an understanding. But man, the problem is you don't make it clear what it is that you're doing. Make things clear for her as a man that this is what we're doing. Man, make sure it's clear to her that this is what it's, because women will take it as it is. Oh, he just paid this and that. Okay, so women, make sure men understand what you're doing is what it is. If you both don't come to an agreement, then guess what? You both didn't come to an understanding. It's a misunderstanding. And then it's going to state where it looks like both of you knew what it was, but it's not what it was. So man, make sure it's clear as to what you're doing with the woman so she'll know your intentions for her. That if it's a friendship, tell her this is a friendship, so I'm paying for that, and that's it. I'm not paying for everything else. That way, that communication, that will open. She'll be like, okay, well, I didn't know you was paying for that. I'm just inviting my friend because I thought, see, that'll put a hold because now she understands what it is. That's what you're paying for. Because a lot of men, y'all make the mistake of thinking a woman understands what you're doing. She don't. Brothers, make sure it's clear the intention of what you're doing. And when you let her know what you're doing, make sure you redirect it towards just that woman in front of you, not the whole table. Is that clear? Yes, because, gentlemen, brothers and sisters, you got to understand when a man dates a woman dates a man, that what you're doing is clear. Make sure it's clear to what it is you're doing. Because you are just dating. Yeah, dating is about communication. Because the key ingredient is communicating. This is what it is. This is what we're doing. If you don't state that, guess what? There's going to be confusion as to what your intentions are for each other. Trust me. I've been there with women. I didn't say what I was paying for, and things got paid, took out of context. Make sure you know within the context of the agreement, of the contract, that this is what it is, so she can understand what her boundaries and her limits are. That's a hint for you men. Okay? Just so you know. Make sure, man, you know what the contract is about, so she'll know what she can do, what she can't do. Then she'll be like, oh, this is what we're doing. Right. I'm just sharing with the man so that he can get what a woman is in need of. Okay? So remember, make sure your intentions is clear. Make sure you state what it is, y'all type of status in your relationship, what the status is, and make sure you explain, man, what it is you're paying for so she can understand what it is you're paying for. Okay? So, just remember those hints and those clues that I just gave her. This is A Man's Guide to Success. Brought to you by A Man's Guide to Success by the one and only Professor R. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Shabbat Shalom.